And we're live on the new channel.
Yeah.
We have achieved, we have audio, we have visual, we have people. Hello, boys, girls, and everyone in between. Welcome to the Virtually Rekt podcast with me, Power on VR, my friend over here, Mr. Mac in VR, and my other friend down here, Mr. Indie VR. How you doing, fellas?
Good, guys. How are you doing?
Have you recovered from your birthday? That's the most important question.
Yes. Took a while, but it's happened. Yeah.
Right, so as we usually start, even though we're on a new channel, if you know people that don't know we're on the new channel, go and grab them, message them, DM them, slap them, ring them, the lot. Tell them that we are here and that that's exactly where they should be. But as usual, we're going to start off in the same way that we have done for 50 plus, no, it's not 50 episodes, it's like 30 something episodes. We're going to start with what we've been playing and what we're drinking, not necessarily in that order. So, Indy, what are you drinking and what have you been playing?
Invisible water.
Invisible water compared to that very obviously visible water.
And you guys know I don't drink, so let's not talk about that. What have I been playing? Not a hell of a lot. I mean, Tarkov. I've been playing a bit of Tarkov. I started playing Wanderer, which is great as well.
Oh man, that game is so good.
Yeah. I think I've got another couple of streams in me. It's really impressive. I do really like that game. What's the other game I played? Drunk or Dead 2, like an extended demo of that. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that more than I thought I would. I think when it's out and it's got multiplayer, that's actually gonna be really good fun. And Redemption's Guild, which is like a RPG, I've streamed that. Ricky as well, which is on the Quest 2, like move around and shoot, a puzzle game. And I played a bit of Brutal Strike, which is out at the end of the month in VR. It's like loads of mods like Counter-Strike and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much everything.
Oh wow, so you've been busy boy.
Not as it's not loads, yeah. I mean,
it's not loads. Still. Mine's going to be a much shorter intro than that.
Worked for 72 hours, slept, podcast.
Yeah, that's basically no. I have played something, but Mac, what are you drinking? What have you been playing?
I am drinking a very nice, one of my favourite Australian yellowtail Shiraz. That's very pleasant. I've also got a Staropramen, which I'm just finishing off. Right, so like yourself and Indy, I've been playing a lot of Ghosts of Tabor. Really good game. The newest update has nearly fixed it. It's getting there. I'm really excited. The end of the month, they're going to release the multiplayer PvEVP. So you can team up with your friends.
It took me a sec to figure out what it was you were saying then.
Yeah,
sorry. PvPvE, yeah. My Fnatic GTD Pro turned up on Wednesday. Didn't come with any bolts. So I had to wait until Friday to get that all set up. So I've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation, just flat screen at the moment, getting ready for obviously PSVR 2 next week.
Mm-hmm.
So excited. And I've been playing Drop Dead the Cabin, which comes out on Wednesday at 5 p.m, I do believe. So yeah, it's been a good week. I've enjoyed myself. So, my friend, power on. You are drinking.
I am back to drinking. So I'm on one of my favourites that I've been missing for a good 2 months, almost 2 months at this point, which is Hazy Jane with guava. This stuff is basically like, it's like soda pop to me. I can down this stuff very, very easily, very quickly. But I won't. I'm going to savour it and enjoy it, he says, and then he runs out in 20 minutes. Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. I've got a couple of cans of that for me tonight. What have I been playing? I have only played in the last 2 weeks. No, in the last week, I've only played 2 games. One is World of Mechs, because one of my channel members, Blue Bottles, Hey, dude, if you're in the chat, I don't know if you're in the chat. I haven't seen you. But yeah, basically, if you're signed up to my higher tier level, then I do like a monthly gaming session where they get to choose whatever the hell they want to play, and it's up to them if they want to invite people or not. And he is massively, massively into World of Mechs. Like the guy eats, drinks, sleeps, breathes that stuff. So I jumped on there for the very first time, and I had an amazing night. It was so much fun. Classy was there with us as well. I loved it. I was surprised at how much I liked it, actually.
So good, so good. And let me guess, I'm guessing Blue Bottles was using his Juggernaut.
Yeah, and the thing is, as soon as I saw him using the Juggernaut, I was like, right, okay, I've got to go and get me a Juggernaut now. So I spent all of my money. The worst bit of it was that I was trying to upgrade, and it doesn't the tutorial doesn't show you how to do the upgrades properly. So I was buying them but not equipping them.
Yeah.
So I'd gone through being like, I feel just as shit as when I started an hour ago.
I did a very good video on that tutorial on how to equip your stuff. So yeah, go and watch that if you haven't watched it yet.
I might actually have to, because going forwards, the plan is now, I think, Wednesdays, I'm going to be streaming every Wednesday from this point out, and it's going to be World of Mechs Wednesday, every other Wednesday, and Walkabout Wednesday to fill in the other bits and bobs, because like they've been, yeah, exactly. There's Blue Bottles. Hey, dude.
Hey, Blue Bottles.
So yeah, like that's what's going to be happening. But anyway, what I have been playing today, because I tried over the weekend so hard to make time for it, was the Light Brigade. So here's the thing, right? And this is something we were discussing in my Discord earlier, and Diego pointed out probably better than I could have said it, was that the Light Brigade, when everyone was showing off like the PSVR 2 games and what was coming forth in like October time, the Light Brigade, honestly, I just wasn't that interested in. Like it did, like they were showing off like Resident Evil Village and Gran Turismo and like Resident Evil 4 Remake and like Sierra Squad and a few like just all like the really fire graphical things. And then there was the Light Brigade, and I was like, okay, that's, I mean, there's got to be a bottom end to it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that like it didn't quite wow me as much as anything else. But I played it today, and I am a massive convert. That game is fire. It is probably up there in my opinion, and I play a load of In Death Unchained. It is way up there with In Death Unchained as far as
Good.
The roguelike genre in VR is concerned. It is so well done. Everything is brilliant. Like the guns, they have weight to them, like in Walking Dead, which I wasn't expecting at all. Yeah, like on the whole, the game is fire. It's coming out next Tuesday, Wednesday, something. I think it's Wednesday. Go buy it, guys. It's phenomenal. I've got a first impressions video up that I put up about an hour ago. Yeah, it's super good. So yeah, that's
the first. Sorry, is this is the PSVR 2 version coming out next week?
All of them are coming out next week.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, the 22nd.
22nd of February.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah,
22nd is going to be busy.
It's going to be very busy.
Drop Dead's on Thursday.
That makes sense.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's on Thursday. They sent an email, I think, because
16th, right?
We said that it was Wednesday. It's actually Thursday.
Oh right, so okay, that's okay. That gives me another day to polish up my my review. Cool, right? So
we streaming that, aren't we, on Thursday night?
On Thursday night, yeah, we are.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be at 7 p.m. Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, what do we want to talk about first, then, lads?
I want to talk. I'm desperate to talk about this Brad Lynch, Andrew Bosworth spat on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Everyone loves a good little bit of Twitter drama, don't they?
Yeah, we do. Right. So, if anybody doesn't know, Brad Lynch is, sadly, it's Bradley, and he's the guy who did all the leaks for like Quest 2, Quest Pro, the Deckard. And he posted something up on Twitter, and Andrew Bosworth, who is the CTO since Carmack left, of Meta Reality Labs tweeted back, Bradley never lets the truth get in the way of a good story.
I mean,
And
that's some shade. That's a
that's
heavy
some shade.
amount of shade. Like nothing's growing in that shade.
It exploded. It went way, way beyond, I guess, what he was expecting. And my initial thought was, why is the CTO of one of the biggest companies involved in virtual reality getting involved, having arguments with Brad? And there's a depth to it. There is a depth to it because obviously Brad has a leak in Meta, and they just recently found out who it was, and they've cut him off. So apparently this guy was in the supply chain and was feeding information to Bradley for a cut of his advertising revenue.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit underhand. I mean, I love Brad. I've got massive respect for him. But when that came to light, I was like, I mean, since then, like Thrill You on Twitter, he's like one of the biggest VR YouTubers. He made a video about it. Steve Knows from the UK, he made a video about it as well. I don't know. What's your take on this?
Which bit specifically?
Firstly, why was Andrew Bosworth flaming a YouTuber when he really doesn't have to? Because you're the bigger man. You're sitting on top of $1 billion company. So
yeah,
he's obviously pissed them off quite a bit though, right? By disclosing that information. So he probably just having a day, and he's just like, "Fuck this."
Fuck
got a
that
bit
guy.
of sand in his fanny. Got a bit of sand in his fanny.
Like, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how big you are. I mean, let's look at Elon Musk, right? Sitting there being like, I've got 20 million followers to my Twitter account. Why am I only getting 100,000 impressions? Rah, rah, rah. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how big you are. Everyone loves a bit of drama. And when someone sees something that pisses them off, they're gonna say something, unless they're, clever. And just ignore that shit. But maybe, and this is a possibility, like, without getting too far into politics, right? People like Trump, people like Elon Musk, they create a massive sort of flurry of bullshit. And everyone starts following them. Everyone loves them for it. So maybe it's just to get his name out a bit more, act the fool, and because people like us know who he is. People that are interested in the VR news know who he is, but the average person couldn't give a shit because, let's face it, the only thing they care about is the words MetaQuest and Zuckerberg. That's the only two parts of it they care about. So it's possible he just wants to actually be known.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid point because obviously John Carmack has just stepped down. I mean, John Carmack is the big brain in the room.
Yeah.
And I think Boz has had his nose put out because people keep intimating that he's like the younger brother of the relationship, and that when it comes to the job, Carmack was the man, and now he's gone.
Oh no, people were saying the truth. What shall we do?
I know. There was another thing that, because Boz has had a bad week because he did an AMA on Instagram and somebody asked him about the Echo Arena saga, which is a completely different story. So basically, Ready at Dawn, who are the Lone Echo developers, and Meta have basically are going to shut the servers for Echo Arena down, which is an odd thing to do because this is one of the biggest games in competitive VR. I've never played it, just it didn't appeal to me. But there are people who've sunk hundreds of dollars into skins and stuff like that to make their avatars stand out. And there's a very active competitive community, and they've just gone, now we're shutting the servers. No, would you like to host the servers from now on. You know, the community. No, we're just shutting the servers down. So I think his nose was out of joint because of that, because he got a massive backlash. In the AMA, when somebody asked him, he actually had this really ironic grin on his face, and it just didn't suit the mood of how people felt. Because, you know, if you've invested all that money in the game, and then all of a sudden you find out that in August it's dead, and all that money you've spent is wasted, and it's not coming back. Don't go on Instagram and go, oh, well, the reason we did it was because you're just going to piss people off. And yeah, I think that's the gist of the conversation right there.
I think that's like the whole Echo Arena thing is absolute travesty. Even if they didn't have a monetization of that game, even if they weren't providing season passes and skins and things, the fact that they're not providing any I think if they were to turn around and say, we can't migrate the skins, but we can at least give the public access to servers if they want to set up their own stuff, the back end of it, I think people would be at least accepting of that. But they haven't done even remotely that. They've just straight up gone, nah, fuck you guys.
I played a lot of Battlefield 4 in my time, and there are still Battlefield 4 servers, even though EA and I can't remember the name of the Battlefield developers have walked away from the game. You can still play Battlefield 4 because there are people hosting private servers because they're dedicated and they love the game. So it seems weird to me that they wouldn't just say, okay, well, we're going to cut support, but you can host your own servers.
It's not that difficult to do, really, is it? I think
No.
just cutting people off like that is. I mean, what's the reasoning behind it? What was he saying?
Financial.
Why they did it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was something like
Diego in the chat is saying he reckons that Ready at Dawn have been wanting to drop it for ages, and Boz just agreed to take the flak, which is, that's a reasonable theory.
But this
I
is a
never
company
played it either, so
this is a company that spent millions of dollars developing Lone Echo 2, didn't advertise it, you couldn't pre-order it, you couldn't pre-download it. It appeared on the Oculus store, on the day it released, just out of the blue like that, and it didn't sell very well. And then you're wondering, obviously Meta are moving over to the Quest 2 at the time, when Lone Echo 2 released, but it's a massive game. It's a good adult sci-fi game with excellent graphics, great story, two central characters in Liv and Jack that are just without peer in the VR world. They're like sort of the Joel and Ellie of the VR world. I mean, I've just dropped a video on what games I think PSVR 2 should pick up, and Lone Echo 2. Well, Lone Echo and Lone Echo 2 were two of the games that I actually talk quite a lot about because I'm a massive fan of the games. So
yeah, but
anyway.
the few games on your list were like Oculus games, aren't they? So it was Lone Echo,
Asgard's Wrath.
Yeah, and there's one other one. You know what my memory's like.
Yeah,
But
it
do
was
you
Lone
think
Echo, Lone
Oculus
Echo 2, Asgard's Wrath, and Contractors, Hitman, and Half-Life 2, Half-Life Alyx.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But do you think Oculus would allow?
No.
They've got those exclusives. I don't think they would.
I don't know whether Sanzuzu, who is the developer of Asgard's Wrath, is actually owned by Oculus. And I'm really surprised that Asgard's Wrath hasn't come to PC VR. So maybe they are. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, if the
There's
game ever
another-
needed a sequel, right? Asgard's Wrath.
Oh
Even though I
my
didn't finish
God.
it, from what I played, I will play it again one day. It's
Yeah.
pretty epic. Pretty epic. Have you done that, Sherry? You play through Asgard's?
I played some of Asgard's. I never got to finish it.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I put about 20 hours into Asgard's and still didn't get anywhere near the end.
It's about
It's a
40
big
hours,
game.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
40 hours.
Yeah. If you do everything, if you spend the time to upgrade your 5 characters, and try and explore the world and do all the collectibles, it's a long ass game. But it's not like you're not grinding. It's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but when you start it, it does come up with Oculus or something, so they must own
Yeah.
it, right?
um,
But yeah,
yeah. I'll have a quick look on me.
Googly Games
phone.
reckons that Asgard's Wrath has been owned by Meta for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah.
there we
Well,
go.
it came out in 2019, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds. Sorry
But
about that.
again, there's no sequel, man. If they made a sequel, obviously Meta aren't.
There
It's
is
all-
whispers of a sequel.
But will that be on the Quest 3 then? Standalone.
This is the question.
Yeah.
Is because Meta don't give a shit about PCVR anymore. They just don't. It's theorized by several people that it's going to be one of the sort of big Quest 3 exclusives,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
which might be a good
Col-
system seller, you know.
Call the
Yeah.
Count Tangent. Hello, boys. Holy shit is true. One podcast to rule them all.
Me and Mac are still streaming on our channels just to redirect people.
Yeah,
I think when we started,
yeah.
Mac had like 7 people watching his screen saying, "Go to the other channel."
I've got 30 odd views on a screen that just says we've moved. We're here, people. We're here.
Right, before we move on to another subject, we actually do have some giveaways today.
Yes,
We have
do.
a few different keys. So I have a key in partnership with X-Real Games. They are giving away one key for Zero Caliber Reloaded on PC VR. So anybody, I assume we're going to do what we've done previously, lads, where anybody in the chat, as long as they've been in the chat at some point, they'll have access. They'll get put into the wheel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've got one copy of Zero Caliber Reloaded, specifically because they've got a whole bunch of updates coming out soon. Mac, you've
Cool.
got a couple of different games, if I remember correctly.
I do. Yes, the lovely people at Wandering in Space have given me access to a key, which I'm going to give away. Again, anybody that comments in the chat gets put into the wheel of names, so don't worry about missing out. And then I have the lovely people at Soul Assembly, who I went down to see at the beginning of the year in Stratford-upon-Avon, have given me a key for Drop Dead the Cabin, which releases on Thursday, not Wednesday. So again, if you've commented, you get put in the wheel of names, and then I will send you the key out once the game has released on Thursday, and you can play this fantastic co-op game.
Cool. I can do. I've got so many keys.
He just can't remember.
I can't get rid of them, guys. I've got so many. Like, I'm gonna do one big stream. I'll give away like 50 keys. I'm not even joking. What's a good? Yeah. All right. Bad Dreams. That's a great horror game on PCVR. There you go. It's got zombies and all kinds of horror stuff going on. I'll give away a copy of that.
Okay, so we've got at least 4 keys going tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Excellent.
The only thing that that we're going to stipulate with this is you can whatever you win, you can take it and we'll give it to you. That is absolutely fine. If you can't use it for any reason, you can still take it. We will not say anything against it. But there are no swapsies because we just can't handle the amount of swapsies that ended up happening last year. So anything that goes out now, you can keep, you can bin, you can do whatever you want. You can give it to your best friend. It doesn't matter. But there won't be any swapsies. So if you don't want it, feel free to pass it back, and we will give it out another week. But otherwise, it is the luck of the draw, I'm afraid, people.
Yeah. Otherwise, it gets too much of a ball ache, doesn't it? Yeah.
So my Wandering in Space key is for PC VR, and my Drop Dead the Cabin is for Quest 2 exclusive.
Cool. I'm going to
Googly
stop.
Games. Only thing I'd swap for is a seat on the podcast.
Ooh.
She's put a bid in. Oh, that's a good idea. Nindy's just said in the chat, have a little swap section on the Virtually Rekt podcast.
Discord.
So if you get a key, if you get a key for PC VR and you want a Quest 2 key, you can maybe do swapsies with somebody.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good idea.
That actually works out really nicely.
Good idea, that Nins. Thanks, mate.
Cool. Right. What do you want to go over next, then, boys?
Well, I have a big list. Serge, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, we're talking about Oculus, so we might as well get on with the. We might as well do like we've done the leaking person, we've got version 50, and then we've got the Quest 3 release date and price.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just
So
making notes.
yeah. So was it Q3 2023 for the Quest 3, right? You were saying, Mac?
Yeah, Q2 2023, Q3. So that's
Yeah.
probably going to be at MetaConnect in September, October, I
Right.
guess.
And then it's what, $300 to $500. Is that for
Yeah.
different models, or is that just different sizes? Obviously, so is it going to start at $300 for like a 64 one?
It's weird because in the actual quote, Zuckerberg, this is straight from Mark Zuckerberg's mouth. This isn't like a rumor. This isn't Bradley. This is what Zuckerberg said. He said the headset will be between $300 to $400 to $500. So I have a theory about this.
Right.
I think the base model $300 is not going to have color pass through and is going to be 128 gig. The $400 model is going to be color pass through 128 gig, and the $500 one is going to be 256 gig with the color pass through. That's just when I first saw those numbers. That's what I thought. I'm not sure what you guys think.
Now that makes sense.
I can't even see how they're doing it for. I genuinely can't see how they're doing it for $500 or under.
I'll tell you why. Because of that.
Well, yeah,
Because
I meant literally, like logistically, rather than competitively.
Because Pico came along and they took Meta's legs away with that, that is a superb headset. I know it has its problems. I know some people have had quality issues. There's with the facial interface, and some of the lenses and screens aren't particularly good. But that thing there has basically taken Meta's legs away, and I think they're actually thinking, "Oh crikey, we need to get our market share back."
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh,
On that note, I have a confession to make, guys.
Okay.
On the 29th day, I sent back my Pico 4.
Wow.
You never did.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, did you keep your Mendex then?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got a RMA getting a new left controller. I still got 6 months warranty, so I'm keeping hold of it just for the simple plug and play. I do a lot of game testing and stream different games, and it's just so much fucking easier. Certain games with virtual desktop, I filled all the settings and done all kinds of stuff, and then I was like, oh, do I want to piss around? And that's the thing. When I got my Index, is what I was so happy is to get rid of the wireless bullshit. And people think I'm crazy, but I prefer the wired, especially when you're testing games and playing games, all the fucking different games.
Yeah.
It's not to say I won't get a Pico 4 at some point, but just for now, I think it's better to stick with the Index. And yeah,
interesting.
And yeah. It's just plug and play.
That's quite an interesting point, actually, because you're talking to two guys, and in my screen, Shuey's below me, who are going back to wired headsets because the PSVR 2 is coming out next week.
Yeah.
And that is, there's no chance of that ever being wireless because it doesn't have a battery. You need a PlayStation 5 to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wireless is still all the rage, but wired just has its man, you just can't beat it in certain ways. Like, you just can't beat the plug and play. Certain games I couldn't even stream without the Index. So I was just like, do you know what? I had the Pico 4 and I was trying it. It worked most of the time, but I ended up using my Index more than the Pico 4 when I had the Pico 4. And it's funny because I didn't use my Index for a few weeks, and I just had the Pico 4, and it's like, oh, it's really nice and light, and the displays and stuff. But when I put the Index on, I mean, obviously I noticed, like, okay, it's a little bit heavier, only by about 3 kilos. And then it was just the audio and comfort. I was like, do you know what? Fucking hell, you just can't beat it. So I'm going to
Yeah.
live in the Stone Age for now, and then
Yeah, I agree with you. The audio on, I mean, I had an Index for 2 years. I sold it when I got my Pico Neo 3 Link,
yeah,
and the audio is just absolutely top notch. Those standoff speakers are just incredible.
Do you know what? I rarely used to use earbuds or headphones or anything with any of my headsets, right? I would just because I can't hear shit all anyway, really. So I was just moseying along with the standard audio, and then companies just started sending me audio straps, just constant, right? And I was like, okay, I'm probably not even going to use these. But I tried out the Kiwi one, and I was pretty impressed with the Kiwi audio head strap, especially when they eventually integrated it with the battery strap. So they've got an all-in-one solution now, and like it comes off whenever you lift it up and it goes at an angle, and that's really cool. And I really like what they do with it. But then Bobo sent me their audio solution, and I can't live without it now.
Damn, I haven't got one.
Oh mate, so I've got to do this. Got to actually right. So these are the Bobo ones. They literally just slide on top of.
Oh right, okay.
So they fit in with your Bobo VR already head strap, which I'm pretty happy about. Like this thing's getting pretty meaty at this point. This is like look at it. It's bloody ridiculous.
It's starting to look like the HTC. You know, the original Vive, yeah.
Like the FrankenQuest type jobby.
Yeah.
But here's the what's that? Oh yeah, your earbuds. Yeah, fuck earbuds. Who cares about earbuds? But I want to show you guys this because it's pretty cool, right? So this is my current setup. But they're not just speakers. They're powered speakers.
Okay.
They actually have battery. Like you turn them on and then you choose the mode. Like they have a cinematic mode, a bass mode. They have a gaming mode, which is really nice and makes a huge difference actually to how you're playing it. The cuffs are magnetic. They just clip on and off.
Magnetic.
yeah. I saw you streaming with that the other day.
Yeah, so you've got either the big ones, or hang on, I've got my other ones, or you've got the littler ones. If you don't want them to go over your ears, if you just want them to sit on your ears, you've got little magnetic cups to go on there as well. I am really, really, really happy with these. Like this is at this moment in time, this is literally my ultimate Quest 2 setup. I'm so happy with it.
So good. So you got the VR cover, you got the Bobo M2 strap, and then on top of that, you got the swappable battery, and then the ear. Oh, that looks incredible.
And obviously,
the VR cover.
VR cover. The VR rock lenses. Yeah. So all in all, like this is my go-to ultimate. Does bloody everything. It definitely doesn't weigh 600 grams anymore. Like this is actually like I would guess this is probably about the same weight as the Index now, if not slightly heavier.
Let me check the Valve Index weight. Hold on.
I want to know what the Valve Index weight is because like this is what's the front weight of this is 590 grams if I remember correctly.
It's 809 grams.
Okay, so the front of this is 500 and something grams as far as I remember. The batteries and the mechanics in this are meant to counterweight this. So I'm not sure how much they weigh. You've then obviously got the ear pads on top of that, which have their own built-in battery. Yeah, it must be getting on at this point.
I'm actually weighing my Quest 2 with the.
Oh, you know that someone's a drug dealer when they have a scale.
That's how he managed to retire so early.
Why does he have a scale in his office?
I have a scale in my office so I can measure, so I can weigh things. Right. So the Quest 2, with all of the stuff that you've got on, except for
the audio.
The audio. Hold on. I'm just going to try and balance it so that it is.
Oh, hang on. My wife has just gone and got me a set of scales. There you go.
It's 889 grams.
I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oh,
You just
shit.
have to kind of.
That's so fucking heavy. That's so heavy.
A kilo, 1.1 kilos.
1.106.
Oh my
bang on.
god!
My neck muscles are
God.
basically just like massive at this point. Like all of my energy. No wonder I've been losing weight. It's it's just because I've been carrying around this on my head all the time.
Surprised you haven't got a neck like Mike Tyson.
Don't wait. At least the next time you get blown up at work, as long as you land on your neck, you should be okay.
Oh mate, I'm actually kind of blown away by that. Like all of the shit that I give Meta, and I'm just adding extra weight over and over and over again.
Yeah,
But I
it
mean,
gets to the point. As long, go on, mate.
Sorry, no, carry on.
No, I was just gonna say, as long as it's like balanced and it feels all right, it's not.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I was going to say
that
it feels
Bobo
perfectly
M2 strap
balanced.
is really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
I
And
think
Mac,
it
you
goes.
don't have.
Go on, Indy.
No, I was gonna say, Mac, you don't have that headphones set up, do you?
I don't know, but I'm now going to weigh my Pico because I'm curious. Because
Pico
basically,
with the battery, yeah.
the Pico is exactly the same as my Quest. So I've got the. Oh, I need to put a battery on. So I've got the Bobo B2 dock on the back. I've got the VR cover. Got the VR cover. Actually, no, I've got the AMV facial cover, and I've got the prescription lenses inside as well. So I'm going to weigh this. Just going to put it so that it's balanced.
I really need to get one of the facial interfaces.
Right.
I reckon.
The-
No, hang on. Bets. So I know that the Pico is base weight of 585 grams. It's either 585 or 596, somewhere around there.
It's 585. Yeah.
So with the Bobo bit that you've put in there, it can't be that much, right? It can't be more than, let's say, 250 grams, maybe 300 grams. So I'm gonna go with 920.
Serge?
I don't know, 850. Probably
It's
got it completely wrong.
815 grams.
Oh wow,
With-
that's so.
With the AMVR facial interface, prescription lenses, and the Bobo VR2 dock. I think if you put those Bobo, because Bobo brought out a strap. You've got one, haven't you?
Yes, which I tell you what, right? I will do that either on the podcast or live at some point. I will literally rip my Pico apart in order to install it.
Yeah. So will those headphones fit the Pico 4 then?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they are designed to go over the outer part of the Quest 2 strap. So it doesn't just go over the actual ear bits on the that's attached to it. It's the bits outside that. So it would go on, say, I think it will go over the Bobo VR ones, the Elite strap ones, or the Kiwi Elite ones.
Yeah. So I think if Bobo did the headphones as well, it would come in about 950 grams.
Yeah.
So, but the pure and simple thing is the Pico is about 150 grams lighter than the Quest 2 because of the pancake lenses.
Yeah.
That's my
interesting.
Quest 2. Look at that. Modded to fucking shit.
Old school.
Oh God, Serge. I've forgotten how bad that was. If you'd have let me know, I'd have brought you a fucking head strap up, mate.
No, great. It still works.
No, absolutely bollocks is that. That's embarrassing.
I don't even use it enough to even go on.
I've got an Elite strap sat in my garage just in the box because I don't use it. So dude, right, just excuse me, I need to take a quick comfort break.
I actually
overhydrated.
Yeah. I actually, on the way down to your birthday, I dropped off like 4 different head straps at Henry's house. Like when I stayed around his the night before, I literally gave him an entire bag, like an Asda reusable bag for life shopping bag full of Quest 2 accessories. And I'm pretty sure like there was a minimum of 3 head straps in there, like all rechargeable ones, battery ones, Kiwi ones, like this, I think Geek VR, there was one in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 3 broken battery straps, elite ones, so I just kind of taped them together. Bit of MacGyver.
MacGyver. You're going to end up like with the human centipede, but of Quest 2 head straps, just sort of living off of each other. You could daisy chain them together and get an extra like 12 hours battery life out of them.
It's a great idea, that is. I might do a video on that. The human centipede Quest 2.
Like
headset.
how when people have like shades under their shades and they're like, yeah, I'm still wearing shades. You have like head straps on top of head straps just going out the back of your head.
Shall we, I don't know, shall we talk about my birthday thing? Might as well, since...
Yeah.
And then...
So I... Obviously, those of you who know that, obviously it was Indy's birthday.
Sweet 16.
Yeah, his Sweet 16. Was that last week or the week before? Honestly, I'm lost at this point. I want to say last week.
It was, a week before last. Yeah.
It was the week before last.
Yeah. The 4th of February. Yeah. It was like 9 days ago.
It was not right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm honestly, I'm completely lost as to what day it is, everything at the moment. I feel fucked. So yeah. I've completely lost where I was fucking going.
Birthday. You went to Henry's on the Friday, right?
Yeah, so I drove down the Friday morning, went to see Mr. Henry Van Leer, and then drove down to these absolute degenerates on the Saturday. And I loved seeing Henry. I needed to see Henry. I definitely needed to catch up with his wife because she's having a baby soon. But I did miss out on the Friday night, and I kind of wish I'd have managed to come out with you guys on the Friday as well.
Oh, and you're talking about Serge's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Christ,
Yeah,
that was a weekend.
Yeah. So Mac turned up on... So Mac, so do you want to tell everyone about your Friday and your short journey to my house?
Yeah, so basically from my house to Serge's 276 miles, and I decided to drive because I can't be arsed with trains at the moment. Plus, there was a train strike on the Friday. Yeah, there was a train strike on the Friday. So for me, a journey down to London is A1M, M1, M25, M3, Serge's house. But for some stupid reason, I decided to go down the A1 just for a change of scenery. Ended up on the London Orbital at rush hour, got onto the M25, sat there for an hour and a half doing bot all. Got to Serge's house at 6 o'clock when I set off at 11 in the morning. Serge gave me a beer and his dad gave me a curry, and I was just absolutely knackered. I was absolutely knackered. We were just planning on just having a quiet night in the house, go down there off license, get a couple of beers and just a bit crack. And then we went to the pub and it all went downhill after that.
Yeah.
Because Dips and his mate, what's his name? Zuck. Dips and Zuck turned up.
Oh, so this is Friday. Yeah. Friday.
We're not talking about Saturday yet. We're not talking about Saturday yet.
Yeah. So you came around and I was like, we were kind of sitting there and I was like, well, now that you're here, should we just go to the pub? And that's how it all started. Yeah. Then my brother showed up with my cousin. Yeah. And then they shared some. Yeah. Go on.
So it's so Dips is your older brother, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was on form. He was absolutely on form. So I woke up on Saturday morning, my stomach hurt from laughing because of him and his mate. It was just amazing. Ended up going back to your house, watched the Ward Gatti fight, I think.
Yeah, and Mac is screaming at my TV.
I'd never seen it. So
it
was an incredible fight. And if you remember the Christmas podcast where I was sitting there going like this, because I had double vision, I ended up like 1 o'clock in the morning watching the Gatti Ward fight like this, because I was so drunk. Yeah, it was.
I did ask Mac in the morning. I was like,
epic, man.
I said, what the fuck is that one-eyed Willy routine that you do when you had a drink? And then he was like, oh, I see double. I said, oh, that fucking makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, and then you pretty much just put your head in the pillow and passed the head out because you were shattered from the driving and the wine
Yeah.
and stuff. But we went to that pub was decent. It was a nice pub.
Yeah, great pub.
Then Saturday, what happened Saturday? We were just lounging, weren't we? And just
Yeah,
we were dreading it, weren't we? We were like, oh,
you were.
God.
Wow,
because
fucking hell.
We were dreading
Jesus.
Shuey turning up. Yeah, God.
Your mate Dips and
My cousin
Nindy,
Dips.
Yeah, the cousin Dips and Tranquility in the chat.
Yeah.
They turned up, but your brother had gone to the pub for his lunch for his breakfast at 10:30, and he was texting you, wasn't he?
I think one of my cousins was down the pub, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, come to the pub. And you were like, no, I don't want to go to the pub. Oh my God, because that would have just been a disaster.
It was way too early, yeah. And we were just, the whole time, we were like, yeah. I was just like, we just kept looking at each other like, fucking, we were dreading it because we knew the carnage that was to come. And then Shuey shows up.
Yay!
And we were like, oh fuck! If Shuey shows up with some beers and that, I think we're fucked, Mac.
Which I didn't, to be fair. Like I showed up in a very sensible, very reasonable way. No alcohol, no beer, no silliness. But the first thing that Serge did was offer me drinks, despite they're not.
And squash.
No, you gave me cider.
Yeah. Then we chilled, and then
I was sitting there minding my own business, and Serge came in with a glass of wine. Said, "You look jealous that Shuey's going to drink." Boink, and that was
no. I actually said I'm sick. I said I'm sick of that look on your face because you were watching rugby for the first time without drinking. I was like, I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh yeah, because of course England, Scotland, Ireland, France was on. That was a hell of a game.
No, it wasn't Ireland, France.
It was
Ireland,
Wales, and they absolutely devastated them.
Yeah.
So, and then we got beat by the Jocks, so that wasn't a very good day.
Oh, I made lots of money off that. I was happy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you tell them the story about that. Fuck, I couldn't believe it.
I made a bet with a Scotsman, right? He was so certain that England were going to win. And I don't watch rugby all that much, but I just thought, well, fuck it, there's nothing better than when a Scotsman is wrong and has to hand you over 50 quid for it as well. And I was just like, there you go, 50 quid. I'll bet you that Scotland wins. So we had the Englishman betting on the Scots, the Scotsman betting on the English. He was both ecstatic and miserable all at the same time when I texted him the next day. But I tell you what, one of my favourite bits. There were several really good bits of the night, but one of my favourite bits was actually sitting down, talking to Zen when we were at the bar or pub or whatever you want to call it. That posh place, too posh for me, but evidently not posh enough for you guys. And me and Mac just sat there like regaling him with like ancient gamer knowledge. And basically it was just two drunk old dudes speaking to this young guy about like our favourite things throughout gaming history. And bless him, did he actually sit there and take it and listen. Like, good on him. He managed to actually convince us that we were interesting people to listen to for a good hour and a half.
And then the shots came out, and that was the legendary "Welcome to Hell" video on Twitter.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check out Mac's Twitter page. Find that video of Serge doing the double shots. It's
Mac in VR on Twitter. It'll been last weekend on the Friday night.
Saturday.
And basically Saturday night. Sorry. Basically, Serge's cousins just appeared with a load of shots. I think he had a vodka shot and what the hell was the other one?
That was a vodka and a Jägermeister, I think.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Jägermeister. It was Sambuca.
Sambuca. That's it. Yes, Sambuca and Shuey. Serge next to Sambuca, next to vodka, looks down, looks up at me, and just goes, "Welcome to hell." And it's just It's just the
It was a good
perfect
video,
drunken
man.
video. It was a good video. It was a good
I
video.
should make that my intro for my channel.
You
See
really
in
should.
hell.
You have to get some
Yeah.
sort of Sambuca or vodka sponsorship deal going on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we actually decided while we were all really, really drunk is that we need to have a meetup for everybody that we know in the chat, you know, who lives in the UK, like Blue Bottles and Weeble and, you know, and Tassos said he might be coming to the UK. And if Tassos comes to the UK, we are coming down to see you, my friend. We are
100%.
definitely coming down to see you. 100% we've decided. Everybody has to come down and meet Tassos. So, yeah, that was great. Oh,
Cool,
my God.
right. That's probably enough of our personal lives.
Yeah.
Back onto what this podcast is about, which is VR shit.
So, whose Twitter exploded at 3:00 today?
Don't know, mate. I was out of work.
Okay. So basically, there must have been an embargo for 3:00 today because all the big YouTubers, like Mike, Cass and Cherries, people like that, they all were going on about the big screen.
Oh yeah,
headset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over 4K. I think is it a twin panel, but both panels are over. They're well over.
They're
2K
2560.
each.
They're 2560 by 2560.
Right, and I don't know whether you can pull up a picture of this thing,
Yeah, I'll
but it's
find one.
tiny.
It
It weighs. Bearing in mind, I've just weighed my Pico, which is my lightest headset. It weighs something like 250 grams.
It's less than that, I think.
Oh, is it
It's
really?
197, I want to say.
Jeez.
That's
right. The headset actually weighs less than one index controller. That's how small it is. So it has this incredible.
There you go.
It has these incredible
Big
micro
screen
OLED
beyond.
panels. Yeah, has incredible micro OLED panels. You can get prescription like lenses for it. They scan your face with an app so that the headset fits your face perfectly, so you get no light leak.
This is one of the things that I'm massively pissed off about this, by the way.
iPhone.
Yeah, it's iPhone only. You have
is it?
Yeah, you have to use the iPhone 14 XR or above with the LiDAR detection software and hardware in order to be able to send them the scanning image. So if you're an Android user and you have no family or friends, you know, and there will be a reasonable amount of those people in our Discords and whatnot, and welcome, we love you all, but fuck you guys, you don't get to have this 1,200 quid piece of machinery that doesn't come with base stations or controllers.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
by the way,
PCVR
fuck
only.
you if you wear glasses because they don't fit in this.
Yeah.
You can buy the alternative prescription lenses direct from them.
This is a headset that literally goes, this does all this amazing shit. Now, if you want it to do the things you actually want it to do, like see for, you know, the glasses and fit your face, you know, go buy an iPhone. You need to buy the base stations, you need to buy the controllers, which this is aimed at people that are likely already really heavily into it. So yeah, that's going to be. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that I think you can buy as well for it. But it's
there's an upgraded audio strap.
Oh yeah, or upgraded audio strap, because otherwise you're with a soft strap, which honestly, that soft strap I think just looks absolutely disgraceful. Because it doesn't like.
Oh, they have a. Sorry, Google's just said they have a kit for non-iPhone users.
Oh, do they? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but
that's good
isn't it
information.
for the LiDAR to take the face pictures and all that shit to get the mold of your face.
Which is it's a cool thing. I'm just whingy because I kind of want one, but in order to do that, I'm gonna have to spend out like $2,000, and I just don't have that in me.
Yeah, I mean, I've already got the lighthouse tracking and the Steam controllers. Yeah.
Yeah, tech specs,
Minimum index.
127 grams.
Wow, that is crazy. That's crazy.
That's headset only. So I'm assuming that doesn't include the cable, and which it shouldn't do, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it doesn't include the strap.
Yeah. But still, I mean, one thing it does do is it shows that super small form factor is getting affordable. Not affordable, it's getting affordable. I mean, the fact that you have to have a base station and index controllers, a PC to run it, that's by the by. But
Yeah.
that small form factor excites me.
Excluding the other $2,500 that you have to spend on this thing, yes, it's incredibly affordable at 1,149 Great British pounds or $999.
Yes, this is too many have just forked out 500 quid for a PS5, 500 quid for a PSVR 2, 850 pounds for a Gran Turismo GT DD Pro from Fanatec. Yeah. Fanatec, not Fanatec.
Fanatec.
But yeah, I mean, I think you said something about you've already got the setup, so you've got the the controllers and lighthouse and all that. But the thing is, it's only February, guys. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out this year. It's only the first of many, I think. And even games. There's a lot of games that nobody knows about that are going to be coming out this year that are going to be quite big. So there's a lot of. It's very early in the year to be investing in something.
To be investing, 1,100 quid into PSVR 2.
PSVR 2 wankers.
So I'm actually starting to write a list of what I need to afford this year. Because including like travel to different places and a few different other bits. There's also tech that we're going to have to afford. Now, this is not one of them. I'm not buying this. It's like straight up. I have no interest. I don't have base stations. I don't have like index controllers. So I'm not buying this. It's not my product. Indy, you should buy this so that one of us on this podcast has bought it.
When is it out? What was it saying?
Is it
pre-orders now?
Q3. Deliveries beginning Q3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And how much is it? It's $1,000, right?
It's £1,149.
Oh, okay.
Somehow it's way more expensive in the UK.
Yeah.
Brexit!
Yeah. And that's not including your import tax because
you love a bit of import tax, don't you?
I got that GT Pro cost me £750 in the UK. That was for the wheel, the base station, the pedals, and then I got stung for £140 import tax. Brexit, woo!
And I was there when it happened. You got very.
You were, yes, you were. Yeah. I got very annoyed.
Yeah. I was actually a bit scared. I went in my room for a few minutes.
I think I followed you in, but I only had my underpants on.
Yeah, not for long. Not for long. But, we'll talk about that somewhere else. But yeah, it's hard to say. Like, obviously, Bradley's saying he really did like it. I did watch his video.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot going for it. Still too early for me to say, yeah, I'll do a pre-order. I need to know more. It's day one of any information coming out. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, this isn't, as I said, not something I'm going to order at all this year. Like, I've got Quest 3 on the horizon at some point that I'll have to purchase. But then that's only $500, so that's not a terrible one. I don't want to say that I want to buy tons of different headsets this year, but I'll definitely be buying Quest 3. I'm definitely buying PSVR 2. And if Deckard gets released, I'm going to just suck it up and buy it.
Yeah, but then I on that same platform, I'm going to have to upgrade my PC because I've only got a 2080 Ti, and I think
that should be fine for Deckard.
Max is looking for
he's looking for excuses, and I get that, but I honestly think that like he's like a 2080 Ti or a 2080 Super or whatever it is. That's more than it's going to be more than man enough for at least another couple of years. Like, yeah, it's not going to be doing all of the flat to VR stuff at ridiculous levels like Beardo Benjo's doing on his 4090. But if you're just looking for actual PC VR, then I just don't see a problem.
You'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. There's people running with a lot less. I think you'd be all right.
I was gonna say there are people that are doing it on like 1060s.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Can I ask you a question, Mac? Does
No.
You
Mrs.
can.
Mac know about your steering wheel yet? Okay, let's not talk about that.
It's on camera now.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So if I disappear around the 10th of March, you'll know why. That's
What's
when
happening on the 10th of March?
credit card bill comes in.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, I have a little bit of cryptocurrency which I can move around, shall we say. So I'm just hoping there's like a big spike in crypto around that time, and then it'll be more affordable. But on the other hand, I've been running a Thrustmaster TX for about the last 5 or 6 years, and yesterday actually was it Sunday yesterday? Yeah, Sunday. I actually sat down and used the GTDD Pro properly for the first time. Did some races in Gran Turismo, and it's absolute night and day. It's absolute night and day if you're a sim racer. It's like, so I drive an old Porsche, and Porsches are known for their beautiful steering feedback, and the GTDD Pro just has that granularity. The you can tell when I bought the car, the guy I bought it from was from Leeds, and he said to me, "Oh, steering's absolutely wonderful. You could drive over a 50 pence piece and tell whether it was heads or tails." I always remember when he said that. And that direct drive feedback it gives you that little bit of extra edge. I think once I get used to it, my times are going to improve, which is, when I did the Automobilista 2 live stream, I got one of my times into the top 6 in the world. That if you can improve by at that level, if you can improve by a couple of hundreds, it's going to move you up the board. So yeah, it's expensive, but I think that's a decent investment. I'll tell you when my wife is wearing my testicles as earrings.
Yeah, that'll be some point in the next. Like she only has to walk
10th
into
of
the.
March.
Actually, do you reckon she'd even notice if she walked into the Mac Cave and looked around? No, this is the thing, right?
This is an honest to God. This is an honest to God true story, right? I used to be massively into mountain biking and downhill racing. So every year, I used to replace my mountain bike, and then the next year, I used to replace my downhill mountain bike, which were two completely different things. So she said to me, "You're buying a new mountain bike this year?" And I said, "No." And she was like, "All right, okay." I did. And then she went, "Oh, isn't that a different bike?" And I went, "No, I just had it repainted." I just had it repainted. Completely different bike. I think I had a Scott before, and I went for a Kona, and a completely different bike. I said, "No, I couldn't afford to upgrade it, so I just had it resprayed." So yeah.
Awesome.
It's intercepts a credit card bill. I guess it doesn't come through the post anymore, does it? Or does it the credit card bill?
No, it's all electronic, and it's it's in our names, names.
No.
So
yeah, because I remember when I was at school, me and my brothers used to intercept all the letters from school that used to send back home, and they put a stamp on there, my school stamp, and they're so dumb. We should just, we were naughty sometimes. Let's put it that way. But yeah.
Yeah, so Weeble just said there, watch the Sim Racer vid guy upgraded from Thrustmaster to Fanatec, beat his best time by a full 1 second. Yeah, you can really tell what the car's doing. I know you're sitting in a house playing a video game, but those things now are so good that they can almost replicate what a real car feels like through the steering wheel. You don't get the feeling through your bum, because when you're driving a real car and it starts to rotate, you get a feeling through your hips in the chair, and that doesn't happen unless you have a motion sim rig. But the feeling actually on the steering wheel, the granularity, you can tell when it's understeering, you can tell if it's going to oversteer. It's just mind blowing.
How much is that
so
Fanatec kit?
The Fanatec wheel, the GT DD Pro from Fanatec was with the 8 Newton meter upgrade, which gives you like more power, was £750 in the UK.
What do you mean more
Plus
power? As in more power, as in more haptic?
Yeah, so the base wheel is £600, and that is a 5 Newton meter. The upgraded, you can upgrade the wheel to the 8 Newton meter for an extra £150. And this is one of the things we talked about actually on my Discord, is if you make a mistake and you're going across the grass and you're going to hit the barrier, you need to let go of that wheel, because that will fucking sprain your thumbs. Honestly, the power in it is just incredible. The first time I left the track and just thought, oh, I'll just steer into the barrier and try and get out, and it went bang bang, and I was like, oh, you bastard. So yeah, these things are really powerful.
Yeah.
So
It weighs a ton, doesn't it? How much does that weigh? 10
oh,
kilos.
Christ almighty. Yeah. I mean, I was holding it in my hand. I mean, I go to the gym and I work out, and I was like, fuck, this is heavy. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be 10 kilos at least.
I've never used one of those ever, I don't think. No, maybe in an arcade, but that's not exactly the same thing, is it?
No.
How about you, Shu? You got any sim stuff or
Nope.
any
Oh.
of those fighter jet things? What the hell are they called? HOTUS stuff and all that.
The HOTUS, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just butt in just quickly? Rezol has just said the tips are turned off.
No, he has. It's because we're not monetized, obviously.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, just to tell everybody, this is a new channel. This is where the podcast lives now. We're not monetized, so.
But I will try and get either myself or I'll persuade one of these two degenerates that isn't currently going out to work, that someone can set up a not necessarily a Patreon, but like a buy me a coffee, or like a tip service, basically, in case anybody does want to throw us anything. We can even set it up through Streamlabs, actually.
Actually, you can just donate. I'm live streaming my channel at the moment, saying move to this new channel. If you want to donate, you can.
It doesn't look as good, but we will make more fanfare of us going. Whee!
Yeah.
I'll even get up and like dance around my chair quickly. It's
I'll take my hoodie off.
You can only do that once.
Well, it's got to be a big donation then. Right, we've skewed away from. Have we talked about PSVR 2 release yet, or not?
Not really.
Are we excluding you from this, Indy, because you are not going down that route? Are you?
No.
Okay.
Not now, anyway.
Not yet.
Now.
Someday.
Not yet.
Someday, maybe someday. Yeah. It's out in 9 days, right?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah.
Wednesday. Which is my. I'm hoping mine arrives on release day, and if not, I'm going to be literally sitting here being like, I haven't planned any content this week.
No, I'm exactly the same. I've got it in the plan. I've told the wife. I said from Wednesday I will just be streaming or making content about the PSVR 2 over the weekend. So that's like 5 days gone. No, my luck, I'll probably get it on the bloody Monday morning afterwards. So yeah, I'm the same as you, Shuey.
I really need it to turn up early. Like I still actually have one accessory that I need to purchase for it, before it arrives, and actually I need to order that tonight, I think, which is my Kiwi Design pulley system.
Oh right, yeah, I've already got one. So
you guys have already got them, and I've never used one. I've never actually had a wired headset, so I need to purchase it. And
hold on, I might be able to show you one through the wizardry of technology.
Wizardry? Oh, is he gonna do his flashy 360 spinny all around?
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Yeah, so between the two lights is so basically I've got the 3 hooks set up. So I've got the 3 mounts to one mount, which literally takes all the weight off a wired headset. You've got the same thing in your house, haven't you, Serge? I think.
Yeah, I've got 4 to 1, and then one separate one on the side. Yeah.
So I'm ordering a
So
pack of
basically-
6.
So if you can see right at the sort of kind of in the middle, slightly to the left, there's a mount there. The cable comes in there, goes across to the center one, and that basically takes all the weight away. Yeah, it's really good, and it's silent as well because it's made with nylon and silicon, so you don't get any sort of zit 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 when you're moving around. It's really good.
Yeah, to make sure you get the Pro versions, the two version.
Pro,
I think it's black.
Pro, yeah, Pro V2, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So Rezol's just asked a question. I've been seeing emails saying they're getting billed on the 17th. My email doesn't have a bill date. Is that UK or US? I mean, we're all UK. And I think mine said that I'm being billed. Do you know what? I'm actually going to check it now. Because
No, I actually tweeted this out. It says they're going to try to take the payment on the 17th. Make sure your address and your card is up to date. If it fails on the 17th, they'll try 24 hours later. If it fails again, they will cancel your cancel your pre-order. So you need to make sure that your card expiry date is good and your address is up to date. So it's the 17th, which is Friday, I think. Friday?
so
18,
charging.
yeah.
Well, this is awkward. So that one's for my charging station. And no, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So Blue Bottles and Fitz and Resol have all said the same thing. That their email said the same as mine.
Oh yeah,
You'll
from
get charged on
17th.
17th.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I've got 2 different ones because I ordered the weird thing as well.
Oh, the charging station thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. I've got USB cables.
Oh,
Do you remember the good old days where?
And a spare Kiwi design mount with this shitty Desktech fucking Google Cardboard thing on it.
It would look so much better with a DK2 on it, wouldn't it, Mac?
It would, but yeah.
So
my friend, I actually had a Quest on it, but my friend came and picked it up because it was his.
Oh, was that when he left it when I came over?
Yeah, it was Rookie. Yeah, you met Rookie. Yeah.
Yeah, the PSVR 2, is it still pre-order only? You can't go to the shops because they've got so many. They've got, obviously they thought they're going to get a lot more units out. Is there going to be? I was going to say, like, I remember the good old days when you could queue up at game at midnight and fucking get a game or the headset at midnight. Do you think that's going to happen, or is it still going to be?
Oh, I don't know.
Only?
I don't know. I mean, with the Quest 2, I pre-ordered and then ended up getting one from Argos because my pre-order got screwed up. So like 9 o'clock in the morning, I went down to Argos and picked up a Quest 2. I don't think that's going to happen with PSVR 2. I think the supply chain problems have caused too many issues.
Right. Okay.
Well, Fitz has just made a good point in there. It'll probably change after the first week of sales. Then you might be able to get it in game. You might be able to get it in Argos.
I just think I think they should do that straight away. But obviously, if they ain't got enough units to cover it all, then they're missing out.
Oh, hold on.
A lot of
Jason L just said, "Indy, yes, you can. I'm picking 2 up at the shop." Game. Jason, where are you based? Are you in the UK?
That's in Spain. That's Diamond Geezer.
Oh, is it?
It's Diamond Geezer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Diamond Geezer, dude.
He's in Spain though. So
yeah, no, it's like what's he called? Taz. He's picking his up, I believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the deliveries weren't until Friday or something shit like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Let me have a look at game.
But yeah, as far as I'm aware, like in the UK, you can only pre-order from them direct. Otherwise, I would be going to collect mine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's the easiest way because then you're not waiting around all day for some arsehat delivering it to you from a van.
Yeah, there's nothing shown on game. Yeah, it's a shame though because that would have built up a lot of that would have been in the papers and all kinds of shit. People started talking to queue up. There would have been a lot of good publicity for them.
Yeah.
So what happened with the pre-order thing? Because that was it was only online, and then they changed it. Sorry, they cut it down, didn't they? the number of units, right? Because they
Yeah, they
didn't get enough
basically
pre-orders.
they were. You could only pre-order it if you had a PSN ID.
Yeah.
I had a PSN ID, but I'd never used it. I just basically got one because I knew the PSVR 2 was coming up. So I never got the email saying you can pre-order. And then I think it was actually Fitz in the Discord said, "Oh, you can now pre-order PSVR 2 from PlayStation Direct." So I did, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Yep, cool, should be there on launch day." I was like, "Marvelous." And then this article came out from Bloomberg that said that Sony have wound back their expectations for the sales of PSVR 2, and then Sony immediately debunked it by saying, "Oh no, we expect to sell 2.5 million in the first year." So you don't know,
Is it?
do you?
Yeah. Yeah, because they brought it down to 1 million, didn't they? Well, that's what
Yeah.
the article said, from like 2 million, 2.5. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but they
well,
didn't Sony turn
sorry.
around and say no, that's wrong.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They debunked the but apparently Bloomberg did the same thing with the PS5 pre-order sale thing.
It wasn't Bloomberg. It was specifically the author of that
Oh, was
particular
it?
article. Yeah, it's one
Oh,
person
right.
that either they've got
Okay.
a serious hard-on for going after Sony, or they just like the drama of the Sony sort of memes.
Yeah. That's probably what it is then.
Yeah, bit of a weird one, that one.
Well, it's just good that there's another headset coming out, and I think a lot of people are divided, like the Quest 2 fanboys, the PC Master Race, and the PC VR, the PSVR 2, and all that stuff. A lot of seeing a lot of beef in people's comments and stuff, and that
Yeah,
everyone's got their own little clan.
It seems weird because obviously we're different because we span. I've got a Quest 2, I've got PC VR, I had a Mindex, I've got Pico. I just want the best experience in VR.
Yeah.
And to me, I think this year, 2023, PSVR 2 is going to be the best experience in VR because of the foveated, because of eye tracking foveated rendering. That's basically all I'm buying into. Resident Evil Village, Horizon Call of the Mountain, and then Gran Turismo 7 is like a massive sell for me because I'm a huge, huge sim racing fan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And then a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's only equivalent to 2070 Super or 2080, the PSVR 2," but people forget that there's a thing called optimization, and they can do so much more
Yes.
with that because they know they're making it for one console specifically, instead of here's a VR game for, they'll work on the 1060 all the way up to the 40, whatever. So they can really optimize it to that, to the kit, the stuff that's inside the PS5. How old's the PS5 now? 2-3 years old?
3 years, I
I
think.
don't think it's that
3
old.
years.
Is it 3 years? Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been working on it for, let's say, all of that time. So it's going to be very well optimized.
Here's the thing, right?
Yep.
I have a question, and it involves a little bit of audience participation, okay?
Okay.
So you guys are the audience. I want you to close your eyes, right? And I want you to think with the current... Close your fucking eyes, Indy. I've told you to close your damn eyes.
I'm not the audience. You didn't say...
I said you two are my audience, right?
He said we're the audience, right?
Oh,
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Right, close your eyes. Now, I want you to imagine 4 years from now, okay? And I want you to think... You're such a twat. You're such a twat.
Okay, go on.
Right, so 4 years from now, do you think, knowing how things have been going, that the PSVR 2, with its current specification and current abilities, is still going to be an okay, if not good, headset, regardless of the PS5? Do you think that the hardware that's in that headset is still going to be good?
Yes.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yeah, you can open your eyes now.
Oh, okay.
He's such a girl. Right. So I said yes straight away. Right. And I know why. And it's going to be technical. Eye tracking and foveated rendering with the 4K HDR displays. I think that is still going to be not cutting edge, but relevant.
The reason I ask this is that it's tethered to the PS5, and the PS4 works on the PS5.
PSVR 1.
Yeah, the PSVR 1 works on the PS4 and the PS5.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Okay.
thinking is, in 4 years' time, we'll be at the 7-year mark.
Oh,
Is this still going to be something that I might put on in 4 years on my PS6?
Yeah.
okay, right. So here's a really good point. So I was in the settings of my PS5 because I'm a real graphics tart, and there's an option you can choose, and you'll know because you've got a PS5. You
Yep.
can choose ray tracing, or you can choose frame rate.
Yep.
Okay, so if you get a PS6 that's going to be running, can perhaps, I mean, the PlayStation VR2 can run at 120 hertz, or am I wrong?
Say that again.
Can the PlayStation
not
VR2 run
120.
at 120 hertz?
Yes.
Yeah, it can. Right. Okay. So here we go. 120 hertz, 4K HDR with eye tracking of foveated rendering. That headset is still going to be relevant.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I don't
if
think it's gonna be amazing, but I think it's still gonna be relevant. But
Yeah.
very much unlike the PSVR is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
that
'cause
hasn't been relevant for a long time.
No, that was old technology. And then the Rift, when the Rift released, and then the Rift S released with the 6-DoF tracking and everything, it kind of made the PSVR irrelevant. Everybody always says, "Oh, all you got to do is look at Hitman
Yeah.
on the PSVR 1." And then they did a PCVR port, and they didn't even think, "Oh, technology's moved on 4 years. We now have potential hand
Actual
tracking."
hands.
Oh my good foot! Right. So again, I
That's
talk
trying to
about
pull
this
out
in
his
the video.
invisible hair.
I haven't got. Yeah, fucking. You can't grab hold of the bastard. I talked about this in the video that I released today. That basically the PCVR port of Hitman 3 of Hitman World of Assassination, it's now called, is absolute dog shit, because all it did was it just went and ported the PSVR 1 version across and didn't make any effort at all. It was fucking lazy. It was a money grab. I'm so pissed off. The game itself looked
Brilliant.
amazing. If you went into the Burj Al Khalifa, what it was called, and you walked up those stairs, but you can't grab somebody with your hands. You have to put your hands close to somebody and press a button. If your hands aren't close enough, you miss them. You kind of slap them around the ears. It's just fucking lazy. So it's one of the things I do mention in my video which I've just published.
Yeah, great. Hitman's
So-
like one of my favorites gaming
Oh,
franchises of
man.
all time.
Yeah.
Since the original one on the Amiga or PC, I don't know what it was on, but
The Amiga.
I can't remember. It was great.
It was the original Xbox, I think.
I
No, it was-
played it.
yeah.
I played it on PC. The original.
I played it on PC because I remember I could never get it because my cousin had a PC. I've forgotten what it's called. I just remember you're sniping and there's like a level outside in the snow and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
What was the
Oh.
first one called? It was called.
Contract? No,
It was just called
It was just
Hitman.
called Codename
Hitman.
47, wasn't it?
47.
Yeah, something. Yeah, Hitman.
Yeah,
Codename
because number 2 was
47.
Silent Assassin, and then was it
Which is-
Contracts, and then Blood
Which
Money.
is the one where you could actually beat the mafia mole to death with the sex toy. That where you could actually infiltrate the party as a clown. And if
Oh,
you
that
went
was
upstairs,
Silent Assassin. I'm pretty sure.
there was a dildo, and you could actually pick the dildo up and beat the mafia guy to death with the dildo.
Yeah,
That just
it was all
crazy.
about the
Yeah.
sniper in a sniper in a suitcase for me. Like every
Yeah,
mission was just
that was-
like, how
Yeah,
do I actually
yeah.
make myself feel like a real sniping assassin? Because that, like, his iconic sniper rifle as well was just so good.
Yeah. So
Sorry, Woolman's just posted in the chat. I think you should look at that.
he
Woolman.
likes dildos. Fucking hell, what did you tell him about the weekend? Fuck's sake.
I can't even see it. What am I missing here?
Woolman just posted Indy likes dildos, just as we were talking. Sorry.
I mean, he does.
I actually do. I actually do.
Yeah.
So it was Codename 47 and Codename 47 in 2000, Silent Assassin 2002, Contracts 04, Blood Money 06, Sniper Chat, no. Absolution 2012. Then there was a bunch of Hitman Goes, Hitman 2016, Hitman 2 2018, and then Hitman 3 2021.
Yeah, which they have now incorporated into Hitman World of Assassination, which includes Hitman 1 when they rebooted it, Hitman 1, Hitman 2, and Hitman 3.
It's
So you've got
such a
all-
massive
like
download.
21 missions across all 3 games. It's just
Yeah.
if they could do a PSVR2 version of that and then show like using the haptic controllers and the adaptive triggers, that's me done. My channel is becoming Hitman channel on PSVR2. That's it.
Yeah, we will see. Like Hitman for me was like a revelation. I loved that game growing up. Like the first 4, absolutely loved. Absolution, I even loved. And I played the first one. I played the first of the new series in 2018, and I quite enjoyed it because it felt kind of nostalgic. But honestly, I really wanted to play it for the story, but didn't give a shit about the actual gameplay.
Yeah, that was
it
the one where
wasn't
it was
new.
like it was it in Italy? He was being pursued and he was in a monastery
You
or
start off
something.
in you practice in a cardboard boat. That's the first mission, isn't it? A boat made out of wood.
That cardboard boat is one of the best missions that had ever been in Hitman because there's so many ways you can kill the guy.
Yeah.
You can drown him. You can drop a bloody life raft on him. You can poison him. You can. Yeah, it's great. Do you remember the one with the guy in the ejector seat?
Yep. That was the third mission, I think. Yeah.
I love that. I love that level. I love that level. There's so many good levels.
Yeah, I've still got to play the rest of 2 and get number 3, which I was saving for VR, but that's not happening, is it? Lose That Blade's asked a couple of times. What has he asked? Your opinion on would you play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat in VR?
Hell yes.
Oh yeah, Hadouken. You could actually do the hand movement.
Yeah.
Tiger uppercut. I don't know how you do the spinning bird kick though, because you're not seeing me spinning around on my head.
Yeah, I think it'd be good fun. I know there's all these kind of little things going on with Street Fighter and stuff, but is it going to be an official release? And and Assassin's Creed as well. There's been some news on that, hasn't there?
There has, yes. Apparently, they're working on a sequel.
A sequel? Sorry.
Right. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll explain what's happened.
Yeah.
So when Meta announced that Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell were coming to Quest 2,
they lied, but yeah.
And then they lied basically. So they had an agreement with Ubisoft that they were going to develop the games. Ubisoft went, Splinter Cell's not working. Fuck that off. Assassin's Creed apparently is working, but Meta have refused to fund it further. So, Assassin's Creed Nexus will be coming to all major platforms in VR.
Right, so it's not an exclusive now.
It may come out first on the Quest, but it's not an exclusive. So that whether it's a timed exclusive, because Meta have basically paid for the development. But the people at Ubisoft are so confident that it works that they're actually planning Assassin's Creed Nexus 2 already.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. So they obviously think that this is a runner. And I'm so pleased because Assassin's Creed, I actually went to Italy and I went to Florence. I climbed the Duomo. I went to San Gimignano in the ones with the crazy big towers.
Yeah.
In Assassin's Creed 2, I think. Yeah, it was Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio. I actually went to San Gimignano while I was in Tuscany and actually took photographs and was dead excited. And I was like, oh, this is a crazy. I went to So I love Assassin's Creed. So if Ubisoft are one of those companies that say, if it's not working, it gets cut. So if they think that Assassin's Creed Nexus has got legs, that says to me that whatever they're doing is going to be really good. So it might be a Quest 2 timed exclusive, maybe 2 or 3
1
months.
to 3 months, yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely coming to it's definitely come to other platforms, and Nexus 2, which they're already planning, will be a all platforms release.
I only ever played one Assassin's Creed for about half an hour. That was like the first ever one. So I'm way behind
Oh
from
mate,
that.
the first
first-
one was
first one
really
was-
good for its
was
time,
okay.
but it was so samey.
Yeah.
Like it was just rinse and repeat
2.
over and over.
Oh,
2 and Brotherhood.
2.
Brotherhood was probably my
Oh.
favorite of all time.
Yeah. I mean, in
Yeah.
VR, it will just be like, I would definitely pick it up straight away in VR.
2 is one of those games, like I said, that I'll just remember forever. Just a
I
great
Tried
game.
replaying it not long ago though. It doesn't hold up. It's really uncomfortable trying to play that game.
Oh,
really,
really? Well,
uncomfortable.
Yeah. I suppose it's like the different way. Like if you played the original Call of Duty, and then you went to play Call of Duty Warzone or something, you'd be like, you can vault, you can cancel, you can slide cancel, you can it's like it's the mechanics of the game that change. But my heart was sold on that game. I loved that game. I loved Ezio. I loved it when his cousin turned up and went, "Hey, Ezio, it's me, Mario." And they obviously did that as a piss take, and I was just like, I love this game.
It's got stealth based and stuff, isn't it? It's still Well, they made it all action now, like they fucking did to Resident Evil. Is it like
you choose your own destiny kind of game?
Yeah.
VR needs stealth games, so I'll be up for that. There's not enough.
VR needs a lot of stealth games.
It's very much like Hitman.
Yeah.
Like Hitman, you could go stealthy, you could like charge in. What about Aspire 2? Oh no, that was shit. Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What's the deal? Unless it's going off topic, but with Aspire 2, have they sorted the multiplayer out yet, or is it still?
Apparently they've sorted it.
Yeah, I know you can actually have a party with your friend now,
but no one cares anymore.
It's too late. It's too late.
The problem is they did a comedy tweet where it's like,
I saw that
you can now talk to your friends. And I was like, why wasn't this in the game from the fucking start? Had access to the game for 3 months before it released, and we fucking told you it was broken, you assholes. And that's all I can say about it.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Right, we need to move on.
Yeah, let's carry on. Move on. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Half-Life 2 Episode 1 is coming out the 17th of March, 2023.
Yeah, I am looking forward. Should be good. I mean, it can't be bad at this point. Like these guys can do no wrong.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
I don't remember any of Half-Life 2 or Episode 1 or any of it, so this would be good. I really enjoyed.
You only played Half-Life 2 a couple of months ago. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no. I didn't I played that on the Orange box set, back in the Xbox days, but I just didn't remember a single thing about it. So it was like a whole new experience. So that's why I'm looking forward to the 2 episodes even more, because I just don't remember it. So
yeah, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, I think is like Half-Life 2 was great. Episode 1 was like they polished it to a high sheen and just made it. I mean, I actually am the same as Serge. I can't remember Episode 2. I remember playing it, but I can't remember it. But I remember being blown away by Episode 1. I'm so looking forward to that. Oh my God.
I remember finishing Episode 2 and thinking, I'm not going to go and replay this because I don't want to ruin Episode 3.
20 years later.
And then Shui's like that. I think that next year was probably the point where my trust in people truly died.
yeah,
Valve do Valve time.
Valve don't do Valve time. Valve lie. Like I love them. I'm in some sort of weird, fucked up, abusive relationship with Valve, where they hit me and they beat me and they gaslight me and they talk shit about me behind my back to all their friends, and they make me wear fucking burlap sacks rather than dresses, and I still go and like, please, Daddy, please more.
And then they go, here's some Half-Life Alex, and you go, I love you, I love you. And then they go, right, that's it for 3 years. Fuck you.
3 years? It's been longer than 3 years, hasn't it?
No.
Oh God, it feels like it.
Half-Life Alex has not been out as long as you think. It's just over 2 years.
Oh God,
Honestly,
that's
it
so
is.
depressing.
But A&B Seth is doing a full Half-Life Alex Hitman Contracts game. He reckons it's going to be 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. So right, if Valve are the abusive husband, A&B Seth is the cool aunt that comes and finds me eventually and sneaks me out of the house and takes me to the police station.
And breastfeeds you.
Yeah, and breastfeeds me on the way. It's
A bit of bitty. Bit of bitty.
bit
You
of
have to, if you're English, you'll understand that joke. If you're not English, I'm not even going to try and explain it. Just,
I mean, I'm
Google
English. I
bitty.
don't understand. What is it?
fuck.
If it's something really bad, then just don't say it.
No,
It's really
Rezo, the definitive edition, I guarantee you, will be the Resident Evil 4 remake. I can't see Resident Evil 4 Quest being just purely because the graphics are going to be upgraded. I can't.
Oh, there you go.
They must be basing their base level of what they can do in VR on the Quest version and being like, well, it has to be at least better than this. Which, don't get me wrong, like, it was great.
Half-Life Alex is 3 years old on the 23rd of March this year.
We should have a birthday celebration.
Oh, that's a great idea. 23rd of March, we should do a Half-Life Alex is 3 years old birthday stream.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to write that down.
Unless it's not full VR, which Rezel, if it's not full VR, I agree with you fully. And then Resident Evil 4 on the Quest 2 will just be the definitive VR edition. 69 subs, that's not bad. That means we've done 21 subs today.
Yeah, we've done 21 subs in the.
But most importantly, giggity.
Giggity. 69 is the best number in the world.
420 is pretty damn close. Right.
What about 666?
Was it? Yeah, okay. The 420 is a drug reference, isn't it?
Yeah. What's left, guys? We've done pretty much.
I've got
the version 50 on Meta.
Oh yeah, we can talk about version 50 very briefly. Basically, you can now push buttons. There you go. It's.
There you go. You still can't fucking stream for shit, and good luck.
Yeah. All you content creators out there who are making us loads of money, fuck you. You can now press buttons.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I actually really like what it looks like. It looks pretty good. It's something that I've wanted more of as the years have gone on, just like more immersive menu systems, which is what I shouted at Pico for. And
you did.
I'm very glad that like Meta is starting to pick up on it. So hang on, so what was it? Meta update 50.
So when me and Shu went down to Pico, we were talking to the guys there and the girls. What you said was you would like to throw the. You'd like to throw the. Oh God! What you said? You like to throw the game at the wall and then just walk towards it and enter the game.
Yeah,
that was your thing, wasn't it?
That's the ultimate. It was like a kind of. There were simpler versions.
What's
like
that? What's the film? The Tom Cruise film. Where he's doing all this stuff with the. It's quite an old film.
Fuck me.
Oh, it's the Dementia Podcast.
Amy, Tom Cruise. He does the precog stuff. He has the funny gloves.
Vanilla Sky.
It's not called Vanilla Sky.
No. Minority Report.
There we go. We got it at the end.
Hey, I tell you what, the chat's working really well. That low,
ultra low latency. Yeah,
the ultra low latency is working really well. So So there are a few things that I like that happen in video games where you have a wristwatch and you turn and you can press it and a little map comes up.
Yeah.
That's very Minority Report. So what Shuey was trying to tell the guys at Pico is that you should be able to have different folders that you can throw at the walls, and then all of your stuff is in those folders. So you just basically grab the folder, pull out what you want, throw it at the wall, and go into the game.
And
that was the gist of what you were.
Yeah, basically what I wanted was not just to have a dock, but at the base of it, I wanted to be able to take a section of wall in whatever environment you're in and be able to place icons for games or apps or whatever in there, right? That's the base of what I want. What I then said to them was that what would be really awesome is that if you could have games, say, I don't know, they were spells, and you could pick them up and you could throw them into a fire to load them up. And like I'm talking about really silly shit, but like if you're in a fantasy world, maybe using spells. If you're in a sci-fi world, maybe loading up like floppy disks into a computer. If you're in like more cyberpunky stuff, I just want a bit more interactive. I want to feel like I'm in the fucking metaverse. And I'm not talking about Zuckerberg's metaverse. I'm talking about the Ready Player One Oasis is what I actually want to feel like. Even though we're nowhere near that, I want to feel like I'm there. I want little slice of life things that make me feel like I am somewhere in the future rather than stuck in shitty 2023.
Yeah, but I mean that can be done if in like in the Quest homeworld and the Pico homeworld. Like, remember when you freaked out when you could put the cartridge in the in the SNES, and that can be done.
Yeah.
So
very
why
easily.
can't you like have sort of a glowing like a globe in front of you, and you just it's like your favorite game, like the last 5 games you played, and you're there, and the globes are just there, and your menu's there, and you just go, do you know what? I'm going to play Drop Dead the Cabin today, and just grab the globe, and that just starts the game for you.
Yeah. Or you throw it at a wall and it creates a portal. Like it's really
and you just
easily
walk towards
done.
It, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know that the only way we're going to get fully there is BCI Resol, but I want small little things just to be able to feel that little bit better. You know, it doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be small little baby steps before we get to full BCI systems. For those of you who don't know what BCI is, it's brain-computer interface systems. So basically, literally putting a chip in the back of your head, or doing something more along the lines of
Ready Player 2.
No, Ready Player 2 wasn't. Ready Player 2 was BCI. Yes, you are correct.
It was, or Sword Art Online.
Yeah, Sword Art Online was going to be my more go-to for that one.
I know any of them.
God damn it! Would you fucking read a book or just? Please, Indy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I've been told not to watch Ready Player One movie.
No, don't watch it. Just read the damn
book.
Read the book.
Read the book. Put it on audiobook. Just let somebody else tell you it.
If you can if you can deal with Will Wheaton as the narrator, then it's actually a really good audiobook.
No, actually, Matt explained to me who Mr. Wheaton is before.
Wheaton!
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I could.
He was also really good. He was also really good in Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
That's the guy, yeah. You remind me there, yeah. Another one, Sword Art Online, I don't know. That's like a flat screen. Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't know about that.
That's an anime.
Yeah.
You should definitely watch the first 10 episodes of it. It's very good.
You also need to write that. You also need to write that script for me. I forgot about that. It's still on my list.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's not urgent. Don't worry about it.
Right, have we got anything else on the list?
Barbaria's coming out. Everyone probably knows about that because they've marketed it, right?
Yeah, they've marketed it surprisingly well.
Yeah. You guys played it at all?
No.
No, I got early access and then didn't have time to play it, unfortunately. So yeah,
I really like the look of it. It's something that I wouldn't mind jumping in for like 45 minutes to an hour, but until I actually get in there, I don't think from what I've seen of it that I would play more than that.
Yeah. Swords of Gargantua, they brought the servers back, that it's back to life.
Oh, yeah, no, that is something.
Oh, yeah.
That's really big. Because I was reading back on it, and so not only are they bringing the servers back to life, they have actually reworked the game so there is now a full offline mode. So if for any reason they take the servers offline again, which they're gonna do at some point, the offline mode will still give you access to the game, because when they shut down the servers, they actually, like, no one could access the game. That was just straight up it. You were fucked. If you liked that game, you were screwed. You are not playing that game ever again. They're coming back on the 2nd of March. They're going to have an offline mode, and this is the important one in case they do offline the servers again, they're going to actually have your entire character details downloaded directly to your headset. Which means if they do go offline for any reason, as long as you're using the same headset, you'll still be able to access the offline mode with your original character details.
Unlike Echo Arena.
Unlike Echo Arena.
You don't know, that might be back in 6 months.
Yeah, but at that point, like the difference between Echo Arena and Swords Gargantua is that, yeah, people were grinding hard in Swords in order to get their specialist weapons and go through the events and everything, but they weren't paying money in order to do those things. Whereas in Echo Arena, they weren't grinding necessarily as much to get the skins and things. They were paying for it as a season pass.
Yeah.
But even if they bring back the servers, they're not going to bring back the characters, or you're not going to bring back your accounts, which means you've probably lost access to all of that stuff that you've been doing anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just want to interject here with something that Diego brought up. What happened to the supposed full body gyroscope tracker from Pico? Now, we are all going down to Pico on the March the 15th. I think your invite is in the post, Indy. And they are going.
What do you mean it's in the fucking post?
I have an email, actually. No, I did get an email.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's all right then. Jesus Christ.
That's okay. That's fine.
I was gonna say, have you just like doxed him to Pico and just given him his address?
Well, I contacted Wenyu and I said you need to have Indy there. You got Clickster in, I think, as well.
Yeah, Clicks is going there as well.
Clicks is going.
I'm actually doing another event with Clicks in London in a few weeks.
Is it the Pornhub thing?
Oh no, it's the OnlyFans thing. No, it's
that's okay.
No, so I got invited to, and I don't. Please don't be angry at me. I've invited Clicks to come along with me. I've been invited to the Peaky Blinders release. Yeah. I didn't think you were going to come down, mate, because that's 6 hours.
I can't make it. Yeah. That's fine.
But yeah, so we're going to the Peaky Blinders release at the end of the month. They're doing like a big a big launch party for it. In the afternoon with like the Peaky Blinders Rising Kingdoms or whatever. They're like all play actors for it go down there, and that should be quite good fun. So
you have access to the Peaky Blinders demo?
I do.
The extended demo?
I do.
Are you worried?
A little bit.
I'm a lot worried.
Like if the story's there and I just get to literally sit there stroking myself listening to Cillian Murphy talk to me for X amount of time, then I'll be happy, if I'm really honest.
But the combat was
awful. Bad. It was bad. The combat was awful. The feeling of the rest of the game felt amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The bit where you go into the garrison and you meet Cillian Murphy for the first time. You meet Tommy for the first time, and you get to smoke a cigarette. And you can switch your hands around with the cigarette, and you can pour yourself a drink. And yeah, I mean, I was like, when I played the demo at EGX, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And then I got access to the extended demo, and I thought, this is gonna be bad, interspersed with really good bits.
Yeah.
The story, listening to Tommy talking was amazing. The shooting was awful. The AI was dumb. Whether they fix that in the interim, I don't know. I'm interested in the story. I would probably like to play the game all the way through for the Peaky Blinders story because I'm a massive Peaky Blinders fan. You've got all the proper actors, obviously, apart from Polly. But no, when I played the extended demo, I was like, I actually sent them. Well, I think I showed you the text of the email I sent them.
Yeah.
Both of you, and I was like, nah, sorry. If this is the way it's going to go, then I'm out. This is probably why I haven't been invited.
I don't know. Like, they are going to have demos at the launch, so I'm hoping there's some new footage there. And I'm going to tell them if they make me sit through the fight scene, the same fight scene, they haven't improved it, I'm not going to put the headset on. Yeah. But it'll be a laugh anyway, you know.
Yeah,
right.
Unfortunately, I live too far away, so can't make it.
Cool. Right. I think that is all we've got for tonight, isn't it, gents?
I think it is. Yeah, it's been a good podcast.
We're forgetting the giveaway.
Oh,
shit, yes.
Crap!
Giveaway, people. Yeah. Giveaways. So,
Serge, Wheel of Names.
I've already done it, mate.
Oh, excellent.
I've actually been doing it the whole way through.
Nice.
Just checking that I haven't missed anyone quickly in the last. Oh, Dips. Dips needs to go in.
Don't worry about Dips.
Which one?
Right, so Dips needs to go in. Hang on, I need to show you guys the thing. The wheels. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of you. Oh, Livid as well needs to go in. And
Chat's been going crazy. Chat's been going crazy. Nindy's swap thing is a good idea.
Yeah, I've got a game. I've got a stream on the weekend probably where I'm going to give away 20 keys for a game. That's going to be a pain in the arse. I might just drop it in the chat. Yeah. Yeah,
we'll also, me and Serge are streaming Drop Dead the Cabin on release day on Thursday, and I will have a further 4 keys to give away on that day.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you tune in for that live stream.
Okay, so we'll do the Zero Caliber first. PCVR goes to.
Oh, the wheel's spinning!
You're going to be so far behind. So,
RJ. Oh,
yeah. Get in.
Abjay and RJ are 2 different people, remember?
Yeah. So, Abjay, please get in contact with me on the Discord, on any of the Discords somehow, and I will send you over a key, my dude.
Abjay's the new evil.
So, next one. Which do you want it to be, boys?
Wandering in Space. PCVR.
Wandering in Space. PCVR.
It's actually a good game. I enjoyed that. They've updated it a hell of a lot. It's got multiplayer PvE now.
It's basically going to be...
Luzak Blade? Luzak Blade?
That's Luzak, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luzak, yeah.
Congratulations.
Next one.
Congratulations. Okay.
Is the Drop Dead the Cabin... Oh, sorry, Serge. Sorry, I thought you had one.
Oh, no, just Bad Dreams on Steam VR, which is a really good horror game.
There you go. Bad Dreams, Steam VR. Goes to Googly Games.
Yay! Congratulations, Googly.
And
have you got another game? I know exactly what Googly's like. I want this game instead. Go on.
Drop Dead the Cabin on
So
Quest
Drop Dead
2.
the Cabin, Quest 2. Goes to... Oh, Clueless Dad Gamer.
Hey, well done, Clueless Dad. You will not get access until Thursday at 6 p.m.
And that is all we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, excellent.
Congratulations to all our winners.
Yeah, congratulations. What's going on this week? So like Max said, we'll be doing Thursday stream. What are you doing? Sherry, you doing any?
So Wednesday will be Walkabout Wednesday. Over on my channel. There will be sign-ups. There'll be sign-ups on my Discord at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, possibly Wednesday morning. But there will be sign-ups. There will be a couple of spots already designated to a few people, but there's up to 8 players now, I think, on there. It gets pretty crazy. We'll probably end up doing 9 holes if we're doing 8 players. But yeah, we'll give it a go. Anything else? Oh shit, no, don't spin it again. No, go away. I accidentally spun the wheel again. Yeah, so that's all I've got going on. You guys have got your stream going on Thursday. I've got another video coming out tomorrow.
Nice.
I had one come out tonight, which was the Light Brigade first impressions.
Yeah,
I've got another one coming out.
I watched about 5 minutes of it, then we had to do this, but I will finish that off, mate. Yeah.
And then I've got another one coming out tomorrow, which is basically just why I think PSVR 2 is fucking peak VR at this point. Along with a special guest game on there. What have you guys got specific videos coming out this week?
I have, yes. I've got a video coming out on Friday, which is my how to overcome VR sickness, which was Zenquility's idea when I met him on Saturday. I have 4 Drop Dead the Cabin keys to give away on my private membership, along with a couple of keys for Wandering in Space. So if you want to get involved in that, then you have to join my membership. Obviously, next week is PSVR 2 week, which is really...
It's PSVR 2 month, mate. It's...
So I'm hoping I'm going to get my PSVR 2 on launch day. If I don't, then there might not be a lot of content on my channel next week. Indy, what are you doing, mate?
I'll just be live streaming indie games as usual. I can't say what and when, but it just happens.
Oh, secrets.
It just happens. Yeah, it just happens, and that's why I kept the index, because I don't have to. Someone goes, all right, you can show this game, even though it's not out or not come, nobody or whatever, and it's just like, cool. Does it work on this, that, and the other? And then I don't want to piss about virtual desktop. I just want to stick it on and start streaming. So yeah.
Rezol just donated $1,000.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, no,
yes,
Assassin was donating pretend 500 as well. I mean, we've done quite well off of this stream in pretend money.
Yeah.
It's kind of like exposure. Anyway, tonight it's been great. Thank you very much for joining us. We've had a very, very good, consistent amount of chat going on. It's nice to actually have everybody in the same place.
In the same place.
Yeah, it's so less confusing, isn't it? It's
obviously, we haven't quite finished or started our rebrand, but hopefully you guys are okay with how things look currently at the moment. We will get it done. I promise you. I fucking promise you. It'll take us 2 years. It'll take us deaths in the family. Indy will lose a leg. It's going to be an ordeal, to say the least. But it will eventually get done. But from me, Power on VR. From Mac over in Mac in VR. From Indy at Indy VR. What was that?
We bought a respawn.
Oh, I didn't hear that. What's he saying?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, guys.
Yes, cheers, guys.
Stay awesome. Love you all. Catch you later.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
See ya.